Live.
No, I'm just saying you good. Ain't no rush, bro. Oh shit, it's 7:15. Never mind. It's 7:17. Yeah,
I don't like odd numbers.
you're an odd fellow, brother.
Unfortunately, a Wizards game tonight.
Who y'all play?
Chicago lost. No, we lost. It's cool.
There's a chance Laurie not playing. He out.
Don't mean anything.
You never know, brother. I hope that is Young go off because I picked him up on my whatchamacallit because yeah, go fix that shit, son. Go do your lineups for your fantasy fellas.
I already did that this morning.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, I told you about to do it on the Sunday, son. I'm telling you, just do it once a week and you'll be all right. And then check for injuries and shit. This year kind of blowing me though, because
COVID.
yeah, nigga, I have KD on my team. He's giving me 60 a night for real. And the nigga been out for the last 3 games, bro. This shit be killing me, bro. Be killing me.
Killing him, Smalls.
Real live. And then Christian Wood got hurt, bro. Like, god damn. John Wall not playing tonight, bro. That should be killing me, bro. It's killing me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm on a 5-game win streak. We started off 0-2. Turned that motherfucker on.
I keep losing.
No, I think I got a winning record in all my Jones, but it's not how I want it to be. It's like 3-3. I mean 3-2, 4-3, whatever the fuck it is, but it ain't dominating how it should be.
Yeah, it ain't like how I was before COVID really hit.
Yeah, for real.
I only lost about twice.
Yeah, that way.
Shit blowing me, bro.
Are we live? Hey, we live, man.
Oh, I gotta send out the stream.
Adrian already did it, y'all.
Ain't that a guy?
That is a guy.
God damn it, Green.
Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that, nigga. Okay.
I got something quick for you, brother.
Mm-hmm. My man, A always first.
Yes, sir, Snazzy. My guy.
I bet we're gonna get this show on the road at 7:21 to 1 o'clock. But yeah, man. Let me tell y'all about these
About these what, brother?
No, it's our first topic. Never mind.
All right.
I hate that. Football is for sissies.
So football is for sissies.
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody needs to play a real man sport like rugby
Like football. Really ain't tired of it.
or polo, something like that.
Yeah.
Cricket.
All right, guys.
Javelin.
You see,
Real sports. Jousting.
nice old shot put.
Like two warriors riding beats.
What's that name, Joe? What they be? Ungod. What's that? Fencing?
Yeah.
Now that's a sport. Get to stab a nigga. Yeah. That's how I like it.
Well, here we are again, guys. Another episode of Three Way Deal. All right, bet.
Yeah.
I'm your host with the not the most,
Mhm.
Grizzy Gray, here to provide you excellent hosting abilities and commentary for this debate today. I'm going to kick it off to my co-host, those who already don't know or may not know.
It's your boy, Satisfied Stu. Took one out of Don book today. I'm very satisfied. Today I'm what's another good ass word? I'm satisfied. Mhm.
Stupendous. Me,
There you go.
I am depressed, down bad, devastated.
I feel you, bro. I'm disgruntled.
There you go. Nigga is deprived, son.
Discombobulated.
Love you too, brother, man.
Look at my boy E. What's going on, boy? I love you too, my boy.
Let's go ahead and get it started with the first topic of the day. It happened last night. Biggest, televised event this year so far, probably. Super Bowl 55 down out Tampa. We had an interesting game, I would say. I don't think anybody expected that to happen the way that it did. 31-9. There was a lot of interesting like stats and facts that went into that game too. Like Mahomes has never lost by double digits. Never not thrown a touchdown in the game.
Never not scored 20.
Exactly. Like it was a lot of stuff riding in that one game.
Shit. Wow.
It was a lot of stuff riding in that one game that he lost, man. And this is open up the floor to talk about it, man. Like I think in what me and Stu talked about earlier, it all started in the trenches.
Trenches. It's trench warfare, brother. You gotta be good in the trenches to win Super Bowls. And the Chiefs got blown off the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball the entire game. The entire game. I heard from Frank Clark the first two possessions, didn't hear from him ever again. Chris Jones made some plays, but Chris Jones was going against a backup right guard. He made some plays. He pressured Brady. I can't remember if Chris had a sack, but he had a few pressures. But offensively, what the hell happened? I mean, the Chiefs had a whole bunch of backups in on the offensive line as well, but that was an ass whooping. That was an ass whooping. Mahomes, the most interesting stat, like you were saying, G, to me, was he ran 497 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Behind him, he ran 497 yards in a 60-minute football game. Do you know how bad you have to be getting your ass whooped to run 500 yards backwards in a football game? Like, bro, that's the biggest takeaway from me. Of course, I'm gonna give love to Todd Bowles. He pitched an excellent game. Yeah. Todd Bowles said you're gonna have to do one or two things. You're gonna have to run that football with the 5'8" running back, Damian Williams, and Le'Veon Bell didn't play a snap. I have no clue why. Maybe he's not in shape. Maybe Andy Reid just don't like the brother, but he played 0 snaps. They said you either gonna run the ball and try to methodically move the ball down the field on this stout defensive line and really good linebackers, or you gonna try this quick game. And the quick game wasn't there because Mecole Hardman is mid. Sammy Watkins couldn't get off the line of scrimmage. Byron Pringle's a wide receiver 6, so I don't really expect much of him. Travis Kelce had 10 catches for 133, but he had a lot in garbage time. But I'm not even going to get to the Tampa Bay offense. I don't need to talk about them. I just need to talk about how the defense played. They turned Mahomes' water off like I've never seen anybody before. He was running for his goddamn life. Every single play. Shaq Barrett had 11 pressures in a Super Bowl game. Dom boy Mike Remmers. That's his name, Mike Remmers. He was getting abused, bro. It's like every down. I don't think he won a rep the entire game. I honestly do not think he won a rep. They absolutely got bullied off the ball at the line of scrimmage. Mahomes looked human. Now, I'm not going to blame everything on him because obviously, like we said, the man he ran 500 yards backwards, but he made some un-Mahomes-like throws, especially early in the game. He just didn't look right. I mean, now, again, this is also on Andy Reid. Andy Reid ran 5 or 4 wide with just running back protection or no running back protection, empty backfield for the entire game. No chips, no tight end stand, no extra tackles, no extra guards in the game, nothing. Patrick Mahomes had turf toe, and he just came off a concussion. Andy Reid helped him out, none. But they got their ass whooped, bro. It was a defensive masterclass by Todd Bowles and Devin White and Vita and Sue and all those guys, Jamal Dean, Antoine Winfield, all those guys had a hell of a game, bro. So hats off to the Bucks. That was an ass whooping. I think that's the most lopsided Super Bowl that I can remember watching. Like after the first quarter, I don't think I remember thinking the Chiefs had a damn chance, really, bro. Like it just didn't. Like you know how we watched the Chiefs versus Texans game? Was that 2 years ago? 2 years ago. You know how we watched the game. They were down 24-0. We all in the group chat together. We was watching that game and we're like, Mahomes is gonna make something happen. You can see that this is gonna happen. These are with the Chiefs. These are mental mistakes. These weren't mental mistakes for them. They was just getting their ass whooped.
I think we may have saw one of the most dominant defensive games in Super Bowl history
Ever.
When you got a guy who's everyone is, we're talking about Mahomes, can't stop him. He's generational, and you go out there and you just don't let him score a single touchdown. That's dominance. That's dominance. But start off the game. The game was looking good. Chiefs stopped Brady. First time, stopped them. It was time to go down the field. It looked like the Chiefs were moving down the field just fine. My thing was early in the game, Todd Bowles began blitzing Mahomes a lot. I mean, he's sending cornerbacks. They doing all types of stunts. He's sending the house to Mahomes. What I wanted the Chiefs do was to go ahead, take them shots. Take your shots early. Usually the Chiefs like to set up that screen game, the short pass game, so the deep pass would be available. But I think at that time, the deep pass was available right there, right now. And I mean, they took a shot and Tyreek Hill just didn't catch it. So that kind of was a gut punch. Then, the Buccaneers get on offense. I think we're really slowed that momentum down, really. They started off how I expected them to. They're going to run the ball. They ran the ball good against Kansas City the first game.
Right.
Started running the ball, and it was working. They was moving. Next thing you know, you got to understand when Tampa Bay play, they run that ball, that play action is coming right after. That play action is coming right after. And when they do play action, it ain't your regular play action. Right. We're looking for shots when we do play action.
And it's not like it wasn't like they're a heavy play action team either. That's not what they did all season.
Yeah.
They changed it for this game because I think Kansas City has a good defensive line. Chris Jones is an elite defensive tackle. Frank Clark is good. They have some good players on that defense line. What's my boy from Florida State? Derek Nottie. He's good. He's a good run stopper. They were just getting blown off the ball, bro. They were just getting blown off the ball. It's like,
and what's crazy is I think the Buccaneers was planning for a shootout the way they started throwing so early. They were planning. I think like that was the plan all along. Was all right. We're gonna shoot out with them this game. They think we just gonna not do these deep shots. We gonna go with them. But
you heard what Bruce said to whoever he was talking to at halftime. He said we need to score 40 to win. 40. Nah, not today, Bruce. Nigga, if they don't score a touchdown, you don't need to do shit. Yeah. Harrison Butker, look, when the Chiefs get into the red zone, it's like, to me, it's like you are asking them to score. Every time they get in the red zone, it's like, okay, they're going to score a touchdown because they just have so many weapons. You got a quarterback who can move. You got 3 solid running backs. You got Travis Kelce, Hill. You got a whole bunch of weapons. They didn't score a touchdown, and they crossed the 30 4 times.
Yeah.
They scored no touchdowns.
Yeah, and that was devastating, especially because
Devastating, bro. That's like the last pick Mahomes threw to Devin White. I'm not really gonna blame that on Mahomes because you got it at some point. You're down 17 damn points. You have to try to make a play.
Yeah, I call that
you have to, because if you don't, you're just basically conceding the Super Bowl. You can't do that, especially as a competitor, as competitive and as good as Mahomes is. You know, I've been going on his ass for the last day and a half. Now I'm not gonna stop. But the man was doing all he could. He had a pretty shitty first half, but he was doing all he could. He took his shots when he was doing his little magic tricks in the backfield and shit, running 500 yards behind him. But there was literally nothing he can do, bro. Like, we see him do it regularly in the regular season and during the playoffs. But the difference yesterday to me was the Bucs were getting pressure from everywhere. Like, if you get interior pressure on Mahomes, he's going to do one of his spinoramas and get out on the edge.
Yep.
If you get him from the edge, he's going to step up, back up, do all that other shit. But he can't run if somebody's coming off both edges, and he got Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh coming at him. He had nowhere to go, literally, but backwards.
He couldn't step up.
He couldn't step up. Now, I will say his ass should have stuck in there and took a couple of them hits. He should have. He should have stuck his ass in there and just got pile drive by Ndamukong Suh and just tried to make some throws. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you can't keep backpedaling all the time. You can't keep doing it. It works sometimes, but you can't keep, especially against a fast-ass defense like the Tampa has. Like, bruh, Levante David and Devin White are 2 of the fastest linebackers in the league. Shaq Barrett is really fast. Antoine Winfield is a dynamic athlete back there, bro. Like, you can't – the mistakes they made, and Mahomes said after the game that some of the routes that the receivers was running, he didn't expect them to be there. So I don't know how that happens in the 19th game of the season, and you've had the same receiving core for the last 3 seasons. They're the exact same 3, except for Miko. He came, last year? It's been the exact same receiving core.
That's what I think he was talking about. I really think he was talking about.
I think it was.
The missed pass looked like that one pass to Hardman where it hit the outside, and Hardman was not even looking.
Wasn't even looking. I thought it was a pick. I was like, oh, damn, that's bad. But
Mahomes threw to the outside.
I knew he threw it to the outside. I was like, okay, that's a catchable ball.
Right.
Never looked.
You want to throw it to the inside? That's pick 6.
Yeah, now, what the Chiefs are a momentum team. They are a momentum team. They thrive on momentum. In that game, they never got to get that momentum swing. They dropped 2 touchdowns. The pick they had, it was called back by holding. The defense kept holding, couldn't get off the damn field.
Kept holding, bro. Like, okay, we agreed in the group chat. Some of those calls were ticky-tacky, you just kind of let some of them go. But my God, they held Mike Evans.
They're holding a lot. I will say that, yeah.
I can't even say
they held the shit out of Mike Evans.
Breland, I can't even say they. Breland was holding. I can't really.
Breland was holding.
They was going at him the entire game. Whoever he was lined up on, they just started going at him.
Tom Brady found whoever the hell it was. I don't even think I saw a pass to Scotty Miller or Tyler Johnson. Maybe a couple passes to Tyler Johnson.
It was all at Breland. I'm telling you.
Go at Breland. And the thing is, Breland didn't get catches called on him because his ass was holding.
Oh, yeah,
so the yards in the stats don't reflect that. But the nigga kept holding. Mm-hmm. He kept holding, bro. And I get it. I'll give him this. Holding and giving somebody 5 yards and a first down will always be better than giving up a touchdown. I don't care if it's a goddamn penalty or not. It's always better. But he did it like 6 times in a row. Like, it was constant, bro. Constant.
Yards turned to 40.
Bro. And then the thing is, I get it. Gronk is a huge mismatch problem. He's 6'7", 260. Why the hell is Gronk so wide open? He's the biggest brother on the field, son. You can't let Gronk, especially get on mismatches like that. Your linebackers stink. They are not good at coverage. Why do I see what's my boy? What's the boy? Neiman. Ben Neiman. Why is Ben Neiman running with Rob Gronkowski at any point ever? He should never be guarding Gronk in man, zone match, any of that bullshit. He should never be near Rob Gronkowski. That should have been exclusively Tyron. Now, Tyron got him in the end zone, and that was a holding. Now, I think that ball was uncatchable, but Tyron held him early in the route. It wasn't like he held him in the back of the end zone. He held him early in the route to prevent him from getting upfield. Now, I don't think they should have called it because Gronk is not 26 anymore. He's not jumping up to get that. I don't think that was a flag. But my God, bro. And we forget, Ronald Jones got stuffed on the 1 yard line twice.
Yeah.
You'd have damn near been 40-9.
Yeah.
Bro, they got their ass whooped. They got their ass whooped, son. It was that I didn't expect that, bro. I thought the Chiefs was going to win. You know, I hate them with all my guts, but I thought they was going to take care of business.
They just got, man. I feel like they just got out for what's the word I'm trying to say? They just got out, you know, physically. Yeah, they got outplayed.
They got beat up and they got outcoached.
Yeah.
They got outcoached. Now, everybody loves Andy Reid, and I think Andy Reid is a good coach. But that Andy Reid we saw is the same Andy Reid we saw prior to last season, every year up until Mahomes' second year. So last year, or was that his third year? Yeah, that was his third year last year. This is his fourth this year. All the way up until last year, Andy Reid has moments in the playoffs where he looks like a complete doofus. Yesterday, he looked like a complete doofus. Not only did he not call a good game offensively, at the end of the half, y'all remember it was 55 seconds left and the Bucks ran the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting your ass whooped. You have not stopped them in a quarter and a half. Why do you not let the clock run out and get your ass into the tunnel? Go in there and get everybody riled up. He said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to call a timeout. And then the next play, they get a first down. You know what his ass did? He called another timeout. Bro,
yeah.
What are you doing, Andy? What are you doing? That
was questionable. That was very
awful. Like you cannot have that happen in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. You cannot give him points, especially when you get the ball at halftime. They were only down 14 at that point. You get the ball at halftime. I was of the mindset that they'd probably score. They didn't. But that's what you think going into the half. You let the clock run out and you get your ass into the tunnel. Calm down. You're down 14. It's not like you've never been here before. You was down 9 to the Bills, and you was down 10 the playoff game before that to Cleveland. You was down to Cleveland. You've been down to Tennessee before, the year before. You was down 24-0 against the Texans.
Down 10 in the Super Bowl.
You've been here in the fourth quarter. You were down 10 in the Super Bowl last year.
And that's why I have faith, man. I definitely have faith.
I did. Not that I have faith.
They put up 21 in the fourth on that 49ers defense.
On the 49ers defense. Nick Bosa was harassing them niggas the entire game. And they scored 21 in the fourth. Why on earth do you try to why are you going out of your comfort zone when you're not down by a margin that you've never came back from before? You've done this 7 or 8 times before. Like in 3 years ago or 2 years ago when they were down to the Patriots in the conference championship game. You came back again. So you have 3 years of evidence with this quarterback and this roster that you can overcome early mistakes, but you can't compound them play after play after play. So your ass was getting beat at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. You were terrible at coaching. You kept holding niggas. There's no way you're going to win, especially against Tom Brady. Not even mentioning the fact that you're playing against Tom Brady. You're not going to win football games like that, period. I just think that was a terrible game, all phases. We didn't talk about the punter who kicked a fucking 17-yard punt twice.
He's shameful.
Like, come on, bro. Man. He was shaking when he caught the pass to get the kick. I was like, oh, bro, this is bad. This is bad. And this is surprising because we've seen the Chiefs in this situation before, bro. Like, they're champions. We've seen them do this before. It was just shocking to me, bro.
Shit was bad, man. I'll tell you that. But thing about that line, let me tell y'all about Mike Remis, man, because I'm gonna give y'all a little history lesson. You're not gonna win when you have to put Mike Remis from the right side to the left side. Now, let me tell you about Mike Remis. Mike Remis was also, this is his second Super Bowl. The first one he was in was Super Bowl 50. On the right side, he had to check another 58, Von Miller. And this nigga did not hold anything. I mean, he was getting his ass whooped. And now you're telling me this same guy got to protect somebody's blind side now? Oh, man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's terrible. You know, I knew that Eric Fisher injury was going to be bad, but I didn't think they was going to make a decision to make it even worse.
Now,
that nigga on the side.
I mean, yeah, Mike Remis is awful. He's really bad at left tackle. He's really bad. He's really bad at right tackle too. But at least you can work around a bad right tackle.
Yeah.
You can work around what your quarterback can't see. You can't work around that.
Mm-hmm.
So having him, I think their right guard got hurt too.
Yep.
They they actual starting left guard opted out before the season.
Yep.
Tardif. I forgot his whole name.
And the tackle they he opted out. So
yeah, Lucas Niang. So they already had two offensive linemen that opted out. One was a starter, one was a depth piece, obviously. But they moved their right tackle to left tackle. The backup left tackle went to right guard, and then the backup right guard went to left guard. There was no way in hell they were going to block the Bucs. Wow. You can't block the Bucs with a healthy offensive line. you put a whole bunch of backups against them. This is what you get. You get 31-9. That's what happens.
You put in a whole bunch of backups in positions that they don't play.
And that's not their fault because you can't do anything about injuries in football.
You could at least keep them on the same side.
I'd have kept them on the same side. I'd be like, look, you don't have to survive.
At least keep them on the same side.
You got 60 minutes. Just don't get fucked up every play. Let Mahomes breathe for at least 4. If you get 8 plays in a drive, let him breathe for 3 of them because he's going to make magic on some of them. He was doing some magician-like shit in that backfield, son. I don't know how he was doing it on a bum toe and half a brain because he'd been concussed for 2.5 weeks. So I don't know how he was doing it, but that was I don't know, bro. Like that was an ass whooping, man.
I feel bad for him a little bit.
Oh, I don't feel bad for that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
I only felt bad for him when he made that ridiculous throw when he was basically 6 inches off the ground. Like smacking him. I was like, oh god, yeah.
I thought it was a pick. I thought Devin White caught the pick. I was about to say, oh god, this is bad. But shit hit him in the face mask. And I'm not gonna get on Tyreek for dropping that because Antoine Winfield's
no, that wasn't the Tyreek one. That was the Damian one.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other jump where he got him through.
I'm gonna get on Tyreek ass because
he should have caught it because he's a top 3 receiver in the league. Antoine Winfield,
these drops, he had drops all season. These drops, you better cut this shit out.
Travis Kelce. I mean, Kelce's stats looked really good, but Levante David was giving him business, boy. He was getting fucked up by 54, bro. Levante was getting in him. Levante was doing a really good job on him.
Because the thing about Kelce is, once he gets off the line, if he does that double move, you already lost.
You already lost. Because he's a hell of a route.
The thing David did was, I'm finna punch you.
Yeah.
Can't back up, yo.
Yeah. You gonna try that little
press him shit on me. Wherever he go, you go.
Routes and shit. You can try that, but it's gonna be 4 seconds after the ball gets snapped, nigga. By that time, Mahomes is 45 yards in the backfield. doing wind sprints because Shaq Barrett is right there.
Yeah.
You know, so like that offense was just. I've never seen them this discombobulated. And everybody know I'm a Chargers fan. We've played them really well defensively the entire time Mahomes has been there, except for the first game we played him. Nobody had no tape on him. He was bombing our shit. After that, the next 5 games we've played him, we played really good defense on him, like stifling good defense. I ain't never seen no shit like that. He just didn't look comfortable. Not that he was hurt he was hurt. He got the turf toe, but he didn't look wobbly out there. But after a couple of them damn hits, he was I wouldn't say he was Sam Darnold seeing ghosts and shit, but he was seeing something.
I felt this pain. I've seen it before. I felt it.
Well, yeah, I've seen it before. Nigga, I'm a Chargers fan. I see Justin Herbert get his ass beat there.
Yeah,
I do know that pain, man. I see a quarterback every year he loses his knee. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, pain, all right, brother.
That's wrong. That might have happened in real life every year since RG3. Now that I think about it, that might.
Kirk got hurt, but I don't think Kirk got hurt for real.
No, Kirk was good. They just let him go.
Yeah, they just said no. We ain't paying you 20.
Everybody after Kirk.
I'm not mad at you. I wouldn't pay Kirk that much goddamn money either. But with quarterbacks, you got either you pay them or you just don't have them. So somebody had to pay the nigga.
One last thing on the Super Bowl topic. I'm tired, sick and tired of piss poor tackling and physicality out there, yo. Leonard Fournette and Rojo. Them two niggas just doing whatever they was always falling forward. They was breaking out of gang tackles and stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, brother. Ain't a lot of niggas finna tackle Fournette all game. That's the
his ass might be slow. The thing with Leonard Fournette in Jacksonville is I don't think he should have been the 4th pick. I don't believe in driving running backs that high. But he didn't get to go downhill in Jacksonville because his offensive lineman was on top of his chest by the time he received the ball. He gets to Tampa Bay in this Super Bowl. He's getting downhill. He's not getting touched until he gets to the second level. There's no corner or safety on that team. I love Tyrann as a player. He's an excellent player. He was getting his ass blown up by Leonard Fournette. You're not tackling him one-on-one. He's too damn big and he's too damn strong. He don't have as much wiggle as he used to, back in his LSU days. But he was delivering some blows to them brothers yesterday.
I think they score on them goal line stands. They use him instead of Jones.
They should have put him in. Ronald Jones ain't small. He's not a small running back, but he ain't big. He's not a power back like how Leonard Fournette is. You feel me? So they definitely would have scored. They'd have been what? It was 31. Man, they had 38-9, bro. That would have. I think that'd probably been the largest margin in Super Bowl history. That's damn near 30, bro. That's 29.
Yeah, that'll beat the Denver one.
Yeah, when they no, because Denver, I think it was San Fran that scored like 55. It was like 55-19 against somebody.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's an ass whoop. You can't let a nigga drop a double nickel when you in the Super Bowl, son.
All right, but let's segue into our next topic. Actually, since we on that NFL tip right now, pause.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Cowboys fan.
Oh, Snazzy like the Cowboys?
I never knew that.
I didn't know that either.
Like the shit.
I just thought the brother liked football.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't see Dak leaving.
Short answer, no. Long answer, I think he should, because y'all disrespected the hell out of the man about 3 times. Y'all talk about franchise tagging him again. Mm-hmm. I think that's the worst rule in football. You should be able to franchise tag somebody one time.
I think
if you don't pay him, let his ass go. This is about to be Dak's 3rd franchise tag. Now, being on the franchise tag money-wise ain't a bad thing. That's not a bad thing because the market for QBs is like, last year it was 26, and it goes up by like $500,000 every year. So it's probably at like 27.5, almost 28. He would
probably raise that joint himself, bro.
He should. Shit, I'd be like, look, bro, I've been on the franchise tag twice already. My limit should be 40. If you don't want to pay me $40 million for this year, re-sign me long term so I can get that security, or let me go. Period. So Snazzy, he gonna be back. I think Jerry gonna pay his ass. Jerry gonna give him that blank check for about 35 to 38 mil a year. He gonna get a little bit less than Watson. He not. I mean, if I was Dak, I think Lamar's gonna get paid soon. I'd probably try to reference Lamar contract to see what I can get for that. Because he's a better passer than Lamar, but he doesn't have the MVP like Lamar does, and he has a terrible injury. But I don't think he's going nowhere, bro. I think they're gonna pay him. And for some reason, he likes being on a team that just franchise tags the nigga all the time. So I don't think he's going nowhere.
No, I think he has leverage too. He has a lot of leverage because, first of all, the other guys he paid, they suck. Jalen Smith got bad. Your Elliott got bad. Y'all lost me. Y'all lost games. It's
simple as that. They paid Jalen Smith. And Jalen had a good year 2 years ago. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like he's been shitty his whole career. But these last year and a half, I can't see why the hell they would pay him that money. I'm cool with running backs. I'm cool with running backs getting paid because I always like to see black men get their money. I never discourage a black man from getting their money. But from a team building standpoint, paying Zeke as the second highest paid running back ever was an awful idea when Tony Pollard does 85% of what Zeke does at 99% lower of the salary. It just doesn't make sense. Tony Pollard, in our terms, in regular nigga terms, is making like $9 an hour, and Zeke making like 38. So why pay Zeke all that money when you got Tony Pollard who can do exactly what he's doing, more or less in the passing game? I think Zeke has definitely gotten better at that. But I think Cowboys just mismanaged this whole situation, because if they didn't pay Jalen and Zeke, I think Dak would already have his money, because they wouldn't have to think about, oh, well, shit, do I have the money or blah, blah, blah. They decided to pay a running back and a linebacker instead of a quarterback.
And Coop. They paid Coop.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with paying Coop because Coop and Dak love each other. They had a clear connection.
Yep.
You don't separate combos like that, especially in a division that has no goddamn defensive backs.
I think that's the reason.
You don't do that. But you paid La'el Collins. He's a good tackle. I like La'el Collins.
Yeah.
You paid Zach Martin, who's been the best guard in football since he stepped into the NFL. Who they left off?
2 years ago. My bad.
Nah, it was up until last year, but Big Q was like that. But Zach Martin I think he's been an All-Pro every year he's been in the NFL. Zach Martin played every position on the offensive line this year, and I don't think he missed a beat. That he's special. But you can't pay a linebacker and a running back and then not pay your quarterback, bro. That's backwards ass shit. This is not 2002. You cannot go in with Trent Dilfer out here. You can't have Jake Delones and shit. You got to have a guy. My bad, Don. I'm sorry.
Sorry, man. Can't have no Patrick Ramsey.
You can't have a Patrick Ramsey. What's my man name? Jake the Snake Plumber. You can't have niggas like that.
Yeah, your Mark Sanchez's and your.
Well, Mark Sanchez was a special talent. He put the back-to-back AFC Championship game.
Blake Bortles.
Mm-hmm. The butt fumble.
Let's go ahead and get into the NBA side of things. MVP race, NBA. Let's give our top fives. Top five.
I'm gonna let Ron go on this one because he's gonna piss me off.
No. I switched up. I think, because honestly, in all honesty, this MVP race sucks. It's a bit disappointing. There are several big men that's outperforming the guards, but I have for my number one. On all honesty, you could just see Giannis three-peat. You really could.
Woo!
You could see Giannis. Just off the fact that his team wins, and his team wins, and he the reason. That's just what it is. Now Drew Holiday balling too now, but this is still like this is Giannis' team, and they always win it. So Giannis number one for me. Number two, I think because everyone is kind of just not doing enough right now, it's time to finally go ahead and give LeBron his shit. Can we stop dodging it? We could really oh my God.
I feel you.
Can you imagine the debate of LeBron versus MJ if we really would just give LeBron his damn MVP trophies?
Bro.
He would blow Jordan ass out the water.
Voters fatigue is a real thing. Them niggas got tired of seeing that nigga be the best player in the NBA. Say, look, son, we can't give it to you every year. It's just not fair. And I get it. You can't give it to him every year.
Dog.
This is what I mean. Damn.
It's close now. What? 19, 18?
It's been 18 years.
18. He's averaging 25, 7, and 7 on 49% shooting, bro. And they team keep winning, bro.
The nigga finds the fountain of youth every season, bro.
And then a lot of these games where it's like the Lakers should lose because they're playing bad. Anthony Davis playing bad. LeBron is carrying. Like, there's nothing you gotta give this man respect. My number 3 would be Kevin Durant if Brooklyn could just string some goddamn wins together. That record they got now, they stay where they at in the standings. It's gonna be like, man, they balling. I get it, but
yeah, I think they're 3rd or 4th right now.
Yeah, I get it. They balling, but we expect y'all to be number one. So number 4, this same situation with Steph. Win some goddamn games. He playing out of his mind. But the Warriors ain't really winning. They trying to now every now and then, but it ain't enough.
Yeah, they got it together a little bit.
Oh, but Steph is looking good, man. Ain't he averaging about 29 now?
About like 29, 6 and 5, something like that. So shit, damn near his MVP stats. Now, shooting, he's not shooting how his MVP season was. He was shooting like 46% from 3 that year. Mm-hmm. He's like 41, but you know.
But at the same time, it's like, dog, he the only one who could really shoot the threes.
He's the only one that can score for. I mean, Wiggs has been okay. Wiggs has been okay.
Yeah. My fifth spot, I gotta respect the big man, Embiid, and I can't say Jokic because Jokic's team don't win enough. They just don't. But Embiid team is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Embiid team is number 1, and if I'm not mistaken, Embiid's numbers is insane right now, dog. He's averaging like what 29 and
30,
like 30.
Yeah, 29, 11, 3, a block of steal. His shooting splits are 55, 39, 85.
Embiid is going crazy. And this is something where you could say his performance is up and they winning more. I don't see why he's not even more in the race. I mean, we know why, because you don't really see a center take control.
It hasn't happened recently.
That's the only reason, but I don't want. He's dominant on both sides of the ball this year. And then number 1, they're beating these teams up.
They shouldn't have beat us. That was some bullshit. Damn, Tobias Harris had a game winner. But
he be hooping, yo. Tobias.
Yeah, but
Tobias a bucket. But come on, man.
No, I got Giannis. Like it or not, Giannis might end up 3P.
Now, I'm gonna dispute that Giannis fact simply because I think voter fatigue is gonna set in for him.
Yeah,
and voter fatigue and the fact that he hasn't won shit yet. Ain't won shit yet. Niggas gonna be like, okay, you're doing this in the regular season, but what you got for me in the postseason? So that'll probably, even though I think that's stupid because the MVP is a regular season award.
Yeah.
I don't have him in my top 5, period. I do not have him anywhere in my top 5.
Oh, don't.
He hasn't been, okay, so I'll just list my top 5. So first, I'm going to go Joel Embiid. Like you said, he has been dominant, bro. 29, 11, 3, 1, and 1. I mean, the 39% from 3 is a kind of misleading because he's only taking 2 a game. You only need to make 1.5 of them shits technically to get to that. So, you know, it's not like he marks man and shit out there. So I'm not going to overrate that. But 85% from the line for a 7 foot, 275 pound man is special. He's been a top 2 defender at his position. Like you said, Philly has been winning a lot. They got the best record in the East. I think they're tied with the Jazz for the best record in the league. So I think I'm gonna go Embiid right now. He's the best player on the top 2 team record wise right now. He's been dominant on both sides of the ball. They haven't missed a beat. They've gotten better, and I think that's more coaching. Doc Rivers is a much better coach than Brett Brown.
Yeah.
So I'll go him at 1. At 2, I'm gonna go LeBron. Mm-hmm. LeBron is second in the West. He's also 36 years of age. The nigga's old. The nigga is old, son. He is old as shit. He's 36. He's averaging 25, 7, and 7. And the funny thing about LeBron is, bro, is every year or every other year, he picks a new facet of his game just to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be really good at this year. When he was in Cleveland, the first time, he was like, fuck it. The first couple years of my career, I'm going to score 30 a game. Then he go to the Heat and said, nah, nigga, I'm going to play power forward. Let's do this shit. Let's go bang. Then he go back to Cleveland. He said, fuck that, nigga. I'm going to play point guard. And now he with the Lakers. He said, I'm going to be Steph Curry from 3 this year. He's 41% from 3 on 7 of them a game. What the fuck? How do you guard him when he's shooting 41% from 3? And it's not like he's shooting 41% from 3 on 3 of them a game. He's shooting 7. That's like Dame or CJ shooting, bro. He is clipping. He's shooting 49% from the field in general. We all know his free throws fucking suck, shooting 71% from the free throw. But he's been elite on defense. AD has been up and down this year. He's out of shape. You can clearly see AD's out of shape, man. The nigga had too much champagne after the chip. He only had 71 days, so he had 2 months and a week and a half to get back ready for the season, which is kind of funny to me how LeBron's in better shape than a 27-year-old, but that's not here nor there.
He ain't gonna spend that money on his body like Bron do.
Hell no, nigga. He from Chicago. He trying to go chill with his folk. Mm-hmm. His ass trying to go home. He only had 2 months to do it, so I get it. AD will be back pretty soon. But the man is averaging 25, basically 25, 8, and 8 on. I think we're the best team in the league, even though I talk shit about us because they be blowing me. I think we're the best team in the league all around. He's been elite on both sides of the ball. He's been closing games, like closing them shits out. Hitting clutch 3 after clutch 3 after clutch bucket. He looked like he got a little bit more spring in his step than he did early last year. So I'll go Bron at 2 for right now. If the Lakers end up with the number 1 seed in the West, it'll definitely be a battle between him and Embiid. 3, I'm gonna go Fat Man Jokic, bro. I'm gonna go Fat Man Jokic simply because if I asked y'all before this season what Jokic career high in points was per game, what y'all think it would be?
And
24.
Nah, it's higher than that.
No. I'm waiting for your answer.
No, I'm thinking like the 15 range.
His career high before that was like 20.2. He's averaging 27 right now. He's averaging 27, 11, and 8. Nigga, he looked like Larry Bird.
Yeah.
He looked like Fat Bird out there. 56% from the field, 39 from 3, 84 from the free throw line. He has 5 triple doubles. His third best player has had COVID for 3 weeks for some reason. Michael Porter ain't played in a month. I don't know what the fuck kind of COVID protocol he been in, but the nigga ain't been playing. His ass been in super COVID protocol. I ain't seen him in a minute until the Lakers game. But he's been keeping and Jamal's not Bubble Murray. Obviously, his numbers are going to go down from the bubble. Nobody's ever in the history of basketball is ever going to go 50, 40, and then 50 again in 3 straight playoff games. It's never going to happen again. That doesn't even make sense. So he regressed a little bit. He's carrying, and he's still a defensive liability because he moves like Barney Rubble. But he ain't been terrible. Like he hasn't been. He tries. Okay, the nigga tries. It's not like he ain't out there trying to move his feet. It's just his feet are really slow. So it's not like he ain't trying. So I'll have him Jokic at 3. At 4, I wanted to give some love to Paul George because we hate Paul George. Everybody just gangs up on Paul George and shit. I'm one of them. Fuck that nigga. But I think he got what's the injury called? He got like a bone edema in his foot, and from what I've read, he's gonna be out for a while before they got to do like MRIs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he will probably be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So missing a month of the season automatically takes you out of the MVP discussion. So I'm gonna put the Slim Reaper. I'm gonna put KD in there. He's been KD, bro. Now I didn't think he'd come back and average 30.
He ain't really good since
I didn't think he'd come back over after an Achilles and average 30, but he is, nigga. He's averaging 37 and 5. Kevin Durant. He's 32 years old, shooting 52% from the field now. His three-point percentage is kind of low for his standards, 35%. That's a little bit below league average. So I don't think that'll go back up. He's not like he ain't getting open shots or nothing like that. And he shoots 88% from the field. He's the best defender on the Nets. Now, that's not saying much. G can go on the fucking Nets and be the best guard defender right now. So that's not really saying much. But he's been really, 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 really good this year, man. KD has been excellent this year. Yeah. He's going to miss some games due to COVID. He's going to miss some games. He already missed some due to the they call it injury recovery now. They don't call that shit load management. Call it injury recovery so they don't get fined. He's been injury recovered like twice already. He's going to miss all the way up this week until Friday because of the NBA's COVID protocol. You got to stay out 7 days. So he probably won't play enough games for me to consider him top 3. But he's right in that mix of things. And in 5, it was a toss-up for me between Kawhi and Steph. I think Kawhi he's always going to be better on defense.
I think he's going to heat up. His name going to heat up.
Yeah, because Paul George is going to be out. And I think Kawhi is going to have to average like 29, 8, and 8 for a good stretch for them to be as good as because the Clippers, as quiet as it's kept, the Clippers have been really, really good this year, man. And we don't, we're not going to give it the love we should because we saw them niggas choke last year. You came to LA. You said you had the little king crown shit on the keychain in your car, looking all cute and shit. Talk about somehow LA's built, not bought, when they just bought your ass from Toronto, I guess, and all that other shit. So that's embedded in our memory that he talked all that shit, and then he blew a damn 3-1 lead to a fat man and Canadian Monte Ellis. So that's embedded in our memory, so we now will give him enough love. But he's having an excellent year. And like Don said, he's Steph. He back. 28, 6, and 5. Excellent, still shooting excellent from the field. He's been carrying the Warriors. He's had a 61-point game, I think, and a 57-point game the other day. And so that'll round out my top 5. Now, a name we haven't said that all 3 of us said on this pod before the season was that fat Slovenian that played for the Mavericks. God damn it, Luka. They not winning, man. They not winning no games.
They're not winning games, bro. And I think it's a little bit of the defense lacking there because,
they can't
being so well offensively and talented offensively, you know what I'm saying, you're going to lack on defense. So I think that's a part of it. And another thing is I feel like other players aren't, aside from Luka, taking I think, not excelling at the 3-point shot and excelling with his 3 ball right now, even though he's still getting to his spots, he's still getting his buckets and whatnot.
Right.
I think that, he still needs that help from his other from his teammates. I need Kristaps to step up more. I need him to get back to doing what he was supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Right. Being that 18 and 9 kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? I need you to get back to that. I need you to be enforce it down low, that rim protector. I also need you to get the buckets too, bro. I need Tim Hardaway step back up, need Jalen Brunson do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Players kind of got to step up and do what they got to do. I feel like they're going to be able to bounce back in a way. I feel like if they do make the playoffs, it'll be like a real low seed if they make it.
Like the 7th seed, man. It'll be like a 7th seed, bro. Yeah, because they're not in the playoffs right now. They're not in it.
Yeah.
If they do,
Yeah, I think they make 7th or 8th. It's not like they make a super jump or anything like that. But
yeah, the thing about the Mavericks that I didn't take into account until a little bit after the season started, I kind of went back and watched a couple of their games from last year and looked at the stats from last year. They had unsustainable shooting and play from their role players, bro. They really did. And they don't have Seth Curry anymore. So they don't have that one guy that you know if you leave him open, that shit is going in every single time. They don't have that guy right now. Tim Hardaway is a nice piece. He's nice. Dorian Finney can guard a few positions. He's an okay shooter. Maxi Kleber is an energy guy. He's a solid shooter. But Josh Richardson, they got him. Josh Richardson's been good for them this year. But they don't have a guy that when you take the ball out of Luka's hands, that you can say, you know what, bro, I need you for a quarter or for a 6 or 7 minute stretch of a game. Right. I need you to run the show while either Luka's on the bench or while Luka's struggling. I just think all of that was unsustainable from last year, and this year is kind of showing that Rick Carlisle got to get out of this hero martyr. I'm only shooting threes ball, and that's kind of Luka's fault too. He's falling in love with that step back, and I think a lot of players have because they see the success James Harden has with it. But James Harden, from the time he got into the NBA, he was a really, really good shooter. He's always been a good shooter. Luka, he's just not. Like you can leave. You're not gonna leave Luka open because he's gonna make it. But you're shooting contested step backs, man. That can't be the brunt of your 3-point shots. I don't see Luka getting catch and shoot. I don't see him just shooting off the dribble. It's just step backs, bro. It's step back after step back after step back. Now, he made one last game I watched against the Warriors, and it was nice. He made a couple of them. But there's some games I haven't watched, and I just look at the box score. Okay, Luka got 35, 12, and 13. The nigga be 1 of 14 from 3. Like, what the nigga? Shoot more layups. What are you doing, bro? Shoot more layups. He can't shoot free throws either. He's bad at that too for some reason. He modeled his game exactly around LeBron, except for the nigga can't like how LeBron did. That's it.
A team ass, man.
The role players just not what they were last year, and Luka keeps shooting 29-foot fucking step backs with Kawhi Leonard in his face like it's a playoff game. So
I think,
like you said, dog, the nigga takes a whole bunch of game winners in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm. I know. You gotta practice them sometime, you know.
Yeah, and practice. the hell you practice for?
Practice.
Shit.
Practice. Not a game, but
I think we got on Luka a little bit this year, but it's okay. We all miss sometime.
Yeah, but I think my top 5. My top 5 is pretty similar to AJ's. I just got a couple people flipped around. Well, actually, no, it's just one person flipped around. It's the Embiid and LeBron. I'm giving LeBron it right now at the moment, just because I feel like, you know, the voters fatigue with Giannis, and I know Embiid is having a great year. He's my number 2 guy right now, but I think that they give it to LeBron just because LeBron, he may not have the super great numbers like how, you know, Embiid's having that 30 and 12 and all that other stuff, or like how Jokic's having what 27, 12, and 8. You know what I'm saying? That's insane for a center. That's
crazy.
Oh my God. But anyway, yeah, back to LeBron. He may not have like, you know, the career high year, but he's the best player on that team, and I think that they're the best player, and I mean the best team in the NBA on top of that. Right. Number 2, I said was Embiid. He's having a hell of a year. He's such a dominant impact down low, and he really. What's the word I want to look for? He sets up so much for your offense and your defense, man. Right. Just him being on the floor. It's amazing how much he can set up for your offense. Even though Ben Simmons is lacking, he's picking up the slack over there. And, you know, he's doing they're taking care of business over there, man. Right. My 3 was Jokic too, just because I did notice that jump in points per game and how he's really elevated his game. I would like to see them win more games, and that would definitely improve his MVP race, his his case for it. But
yeah, I think they're like fifth right now.
He's having a hell of a year.
You gotta play defense to win.
Yeah, I hope that comes,
Right.
where he improves on it. But my 4th and 5th, these guys are 2 guys that I don't think are going to win it at all, but they're having a hell of a year, and it's KD and Steph. Either I guess you can. Well, no, I'm gonna have KD at 4 and Steph at 5, just because I know KD's gonna make the playoffs, and he's actually gonna have an argument for it, probably. And Steph probably won't because his team some shit. This is what it is. He doesn't get a lot of help. I mean, they're starting to gel. They're starting to get it together a little bit. They figuring it out, but Steph still has to do. He has to play. He still has to play almost damn near perfect every night if they want to win.
Nigga, he just dropped 57 and they lost.
Yeah, like that boy feel like Bradley Beal now, yo.
Y'all no bullshit. Boy, free Bradley Beal, man.
Man, cut that shit out.
Goofy ass nigga.
He want to stay, yo.
Walking on the sideline then. God damn it.
I want to say, yo. He just had a moment, yo.
You're like a big ass baby out there, man. Come on.
He just had a little moment, bro.
Yeah, he did. He be all right, man. He be all right. He be good.
He scored 7 points in one of these last games, man. I really ain't trying.
Yeah, he did. And then the funny thing about when Bill had that game, they asked him after the game, after this performance. The nigga didn't even answer. He said, "Oh, y'all ain't had a bad day before? Nigga, you had 7 points. Shut the hell up and answer the question. Just answer the question. You get paid to answer the question. Just answer it, bro.
And you can say anything.
I shot like a brick. It won't ever happen again. Simple. And let me get up and I'm gonna go home to my wife. Simple, bro. Nigga had to be an asshole. I would be too if I played for the Wizards, bro. I'd be mad too.
I mean, yeah, you're miserable. Come on now.
Yeah, bro, but these ain't the Wizards I grew up on. Them niggas was making the playoffs with Gilbert.
Yeah, they at least was.
Ron was getting them up out of there, but boy, was it fun to watch.
Yeah. At least it was close. It was competitive games too.
Gilbert and Karan and Antoine Jameson, all those guys out there.
You know how funny that is, bro. When we talk about like LeBron and like back in the day in his matchups, we be talking about his opponents when he was in Cleveland. We were like, yeah, had to go against Gil, Karan, and Anton, and he had to go against Paul Pierce and KG and Ray. And then we just look at Braun and the cast, and it's Braun, and then it's Braun.
They got Braun. It's Braun and Anderson Varejao and Don Yale Marshall.
Yeah.
Those niggas had a bunch of power forwards, nigga. It was Braun and a bunch of fours and Boobie Gibson. And he was winning 64 games with them niggas, bro.
Wait, did he made Boobie or Mo Williams an all-star?
Mo Williams made an all-star game with LeBron. He made a what?
Alabama.
That nigga LeBron be getting boys paid. Tristan Thompson made $150 million in his career because of LeBron James. Shit is crazy to me.
Yeah,
just a special guy.
So last segment that we got today, I call it apples with oranges, just because we're comparing 2 completely different leagues and organizations. We're talking about the NFL and NBA. Just like their season protocols, how they carry out their season, just the different ways that they handle situations, for other teams, players, and staff members that are in their respective organizations. So let's just talk about some of the things. I'm gonna actually start it off because I think I'll just clear out one of the more simpler topics of it all between the NFL and NBA. I definitely think that the NBA does a better job regarding. I think overall they do a better job just handling whether it be finances, whether it be player support, whether it be like coaching support and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? How they treat even like the staff members in the stadium and stuff like that. Just all around, I think they do a better job. But I also think that comes with it just being easier to appease 30 people in a franchise
Mhm.
rather than almost 100 people in a franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to dive into that, just like the numbers and like how much of a difference that is, just appeasing the 30 to 80 people. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah, it's
really
just
the
a lot
difference.
more. Yeah, you go ahead now.
Yeah, that's really the difference to me. It's kind of like when you run a small business. Everybody love each other. Everybody kind of damn near grew up knowing each other.
Mhm.
Y'all love the business. You in a corporate business. It's multi-mass hirings. Ain't nobody really know each other, but it's booming. Business booming.
This is booming.
We getting money. We just I don't know all y'all. That
No, for real. No.
that's
And most of y'all niggas not even gonna be here next year, son.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it is, bro. And like you say, it's just a lot more mouths to feed in football, bro. It's just a lot more people to make sure they're okay. You got 52 roster spots. Then you have coaching staff. You have not even just the coaching staff, the training staff. You got the niggas in the concessions. You got upper management. You got all that type of stuff. The field guys. To a certain extent, you got to have a relationship with some referees. Like, it's just a lot to take care of in football, which is why I think there's so much more front office jobs in football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like 15 quality control guys in football, bro. There's like 2 of them in the NBA. It's just a lot more. It's just a lot more to do in the NFL, which also ties into why I think the NFL, it's so hard to be good for a long, extended time in the NFL because it's so much variance and change. Not even going by injuries, but just personnel changes. You got different coordinators every year. Like, think about if you're a good NFL offense and say your head coach isn't an offensive minded guy. Say you're the Steelers or you got Mike Tomlin and you have a really good offensive coordinator. If your offense does good, that offensive coordinator is leaving the next year, nigga. Somebody's going to give him a head coaching job in the next coming years if he does a really good job. That's just how it is. So now you got another guy coming in. He might run your same system, but this isn't the same person you were just with. There's equipment guys in the NFL, which are, from what I'm hearing in the NFL world, they're really some of the more personal guys you get to, you just get to know with and get cool with, because at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not trying to be around my fucking head coach all the time and my linebackers coach all the goddamn time. The guys that you spend the most time with are probably going to be the guys getting your shit ready, making sure your damn helmet's good and all that shit like that. So
Yeah.
it's just harder because it's just more people to deal with. In the NBA, just going back to the winning, there's 5 guys on the court at all times, at most for your team at that time. You got 12 to 15 guys on the roster. More times than not, if you're a solid organization, the roster doesn't flip over very much from year to year because there's just not as many players to move. Now, there's a lot more player movement via trade in the NBA because I think it's easier to match salaries in the NBA because of how the number of players and stuff like that. And I think the NBA does better contracts than the NFL too. I think the guaranteed money is a lot better in the NBA. But again, you can't guarantee. Let's just say Deshaun Watson. Let's just say Deshaun Watson. You can't guarantee that he gets, let's say he gets a $180 million contract. You can't guarantee him $175 million of that shit, nigga. You ain't gonna have nobody blocking for him. You gonna have niggas like me blocking for him for $500K a season because you can't afford no goddamn body. But with LeBron, he's getting 170. You can say, okay, Bron, we're gonna make sure you get 135 mil. Just because salary cap and TV deals go up in the NBA a lot. The NBA has a big partnership with China, which is where a lot of their money comes from in the TV deals. So it's just a lot that goes into it, bro. There's a whole lot that goes into why shit goes like that. It's not that I think the NBA runs more smoothly, because I think Goodell does a good job in the NFL, even though he's a piece of shit. I think he does a solid job at his job. I think he's solid at it.
Mhm.
You know, he keeps shit from going haywire. Now he's going through these little protocols where you gotta hire minorities and stuff like that, and I love that. I absolutely love it. But Goodell never put his foot down with stuff like that. Like Adam Silver said, look, we're going to take a social justice stand and nobody's gonna say shit about it. Goodell ain't never said nothing about them niggas kneeling. He just shut the hell up and let everything happen. Like he just lets everything go with the flow. He gonna handle what he can handle. I think Adam Silver tries to step out and relate to the fans and to the players more, but I also think Adam Silver's an asshole too. The nigga's trying to have the All-Star game in Atlanta in the middle of a pandemic. Now, we're all three of us are realists here. How the hell you gonna tell Trae Young not to go party in his city during the All-Star game? I don't give a damn if it was a global pandemic or not. Trae Young's 23 years old. You gonna tell Zion not to go party? You gonna tell all these guys who've been doing this shit forever, nah, you can't go out or nothing during All-Star weekend. What a nigga don't have this All-Star shit and just make me stay home? Then I will. But you're gonna have us in Atlanta. So I think Adam Silver kind of fucked up with that. But overall, I think he's solid. He's solid. He's no David Stern, but he's solid.
Oh God, David Stern.
When he said the coordinator change, I instantly thought about the Vikings. I said, that's the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
They just got another coordinator.
No bullshit. No fucking bullshit.
Another topic in this, I guess, what do you guys feel like both the NFL and NBA are like with player relations? Like, where do you guys rank? Well, I mean, obviously, I feel like y'all are gonna rank the NBA's player relations over the NFL's, but
Player
where do
relations
y'all
with the front office
just in general?
or like the fans and stuff like that?
Oh no, not the fans. I'm talking about just between player and like front office and player and Goodell and all of them. The NFL organization. The big heads and stuff like that. Not between fans.
I think it's a clear disconnect in the NFL sometimes, bro. It just don't be seeming like they on the same page, bro. This is why you get a lot of stars in the NFL that won out like really fast. I think niggas be wanting out in the NBA. Don't get me wrong. We just saw James Harden come to the Rockets, 14 pounds overweight. Nigga look like a ho-ho. And we saw that shit. We saw him do that. But in the NFL, it's just like, I think when NFL players get frustrated, that shit just gets ugly. It gets really ugly because not only does that player, and it really be the really good players that be upset, that kind of trickles down because the NFL, the NBA is a brotherhood too, but the NFL is a real brotherhood. It is 50 of y'all fighting for the same goal. Y'all practice together, y'all eat together, y'all shower together, all of that shit, man. So if one of your brothers is feeling the type of way that these white men are treating you wrong, and the league is 80 goddamn % black, I think there's going to be a bigger disconnect there. In the NBA, there'd be a disconnect in the front offices, man. But it's harder just to lie to niggas in the NBA because there's only 12 of y'all, nigga. There's only 12 of y'all. You tell James Harden you're going to consult him over the next coaching hire, and you hire not Steven Silas, who he wanted you go hire. Let's see. Fucking Jeff Van Gundy. Fuck it. You go get Jeff Van Gundy. Harden immediately is going to tell you, I want out. Get me out of here immediately. And the trade compensation for Harden will come just like this. You know how hard it is to trade for Deshaun Watson, bro? Because in the NFL, positional value too. So I think it's just going to be a little disconnect there because of value relative to your position and to your age. I don't think that happens a lot in the NBA. Harden's 31, and he just got traded for 8 goddamn first-round picks. So, it's probably something like that. Age, positional value, number of players, stuff like that.
I think it's growing in the NFL, but it ain't. It's gonna take time. Like players are standing up and fighting for it now, but it's still gonna take time, especially because of that money shit. That money shit is no joke in the NFL.
Money going up in the NFL this year, though. I think I just read Shefty said it's something like $6 million going up for the salary cap.
Yeah.
So that should help a little bit, give some more guys some more money. You know what I'm saying? But NFL, they make more money than the NBA, but they also have to spend more money because you have to pay 100 actual football minds that be on the field, and you got to pay front office. You gotta pay all them executives and all that. You gotta pay upper man. You gotta pay all them guys. So I think I'll put it like this: NFL owners fucking suck. I'll say that they are awful people. NBA owners fucking suck too, but they're not that damn bad. They're not that goddamn bad. And in the NFL, if I could remember, was it Green Bay or was it Pittsburgh? No, it's Green Bay. They don't have an owner.
Yeah.
You don't never hear about no niggas mad in Green Bay, do you?
Nope.
Hell no. You never hear about niggas mad in Green Bay. They either get traded or they just gone. That's it. You never hear about niggas mad in Green Bay. But in the NBA, because you don't have no owner, you don't have no guy to directly tell you, this is what you mean to me. I own this franchise. This is what you mean to me. Like for a while, the Pelicans. Oh no, they were the Hornets. Then I'm sorry. The New Orleans Hornets had no upper management. They had a GM, a vice president of basketball operations, a president of basketball operations, no owner. They were owned by the NBA. That's why the Chris Paul trade got vetoed, because all the owners said, "Fuck no, nigga. There's no way you gonna get Chris Paul and keep Pau Gasol and have Kobe, nigga. Fuck you." That's kind of the disconnect there. There's kind of a little difference there.
Yeah, I feel that definitely. Yeah, I'm just kind of upset that we still had this disconnect, yo. Like, I get that some people have their own agendas, and I get that some people have different motives and different obligations in how they're trying to do. People have their own. GMs, they have their own goals. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. They have their own goals, and they try and get to what they're trying to get to. And most of them don't care about whose toes they step on or who they hurt or
a lot of
what it is, because it's a business.
It is. But business comes with relationships, bro. Like, y'all have all worked for somebody. If you have a good relationship with your upper management, work is so much smoother because you don't got to worry about niggas breathing down your back or niggas talking foul behind your back and shit like that. Well, still probably happens, but you don't come to work thinking about that. Deshaun Watson is going to go back to the Texans, because if he doesn't get traded, I think he will, because you should trade niggas that do not want to play for you. That's what I think. He's going to go back to the Texans. He still hates Cal McNair. He still hates Jack Easterby. It's been 3 weeks since they signed their head coach, and he still hasn't talked to him. That is damaging, bro. That is really damaging to a team that football is the ultimate team sport. And if the best player on your team does not believe in the GM, the coach, or the owner, you going to believe in him? You the 43rd man on the team. You getting paid $180K. You gonna believe in that nigga if Deshaun Watson don't? So it's just a lot about relationships, bro. And I think the NFL is a lot shittier at managing relationships than how the NBA is.
It's like corporate versus small business. I got a problem.
Yeah, like you said, yeah.
If I got a problem with small business, HR nigga right around the corner. That's right there.
Right.
Corporate, I got a problem. I got to call HR. This nigga in a cubicle in LA.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Nigga, Deshaun Watson mad at Jack Easterby and shit, and Calvin, they're up there in the middle of Houston in a 7-story mansion, chilling. Now you got to call that nigga. Like, man, please. That's just tough. That's tough. And that's why you see the good teams in the NFL. They got owner is on the same page with the GM on the same page with the coach on the same page with the quarterback. Now, I want to use the Patriots as an example, but they skipped some steps because Bill Belichick is the GM and the coach, nigga. He don't answer to nobody except for what's the boy name, Don?
Right.
Kraft, Robert Kraft. And Robert Kraft, he been getting off, I'll tell you that. He's gonna be getting off, son.
That boy don't even give a damn about football.
No, he don't. He just want to go to massage parlor, son. Nigga be at the parlor during the middle of the game. How'd Brady do? Said Brady ain't play here no more, nigga. Oh, my bad.
Damn, my bad. We won.
I forgot. Who's the quarterback now?
Cam Newton.
Nigga just throw out the money and that's it. And I ain't mad at him. Shit, fuck it.
As long as he go win, that's all that matters.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
they ain't winning no more. So back to the drawing board.
Shit, they for throwing to and kill Harry and what's the white boy name? Last name Olszewski. He scored 2 touchdowns on the Chargers. At Gunner, that's the boy name. Nigga named Gunner. He thrown to and kill Harry, Gunner Olszewski. What's the tight end name? Izzo, Tom Izzo, whatever his name is. Julian Edelman didn't play. Poor Cam.
Tom Izzo got a sign or something.
I think that's his damn name, bro. What's that boy name? He a tight end. Name Izzo though.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Very sad to see. But they'll be back in 3 years.
Shit, they might be back next year for real, bro. I think they finna trade up and try to get Mac Jones early.
Okay.
I like Mac Jones. I'm my boy, man.
I think he could be it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like the Patriots' offensive line sucks, so he's gonna have some time to throw now. It's just going from Devontae Adams to Jacoby Myers is a little different.
A little.
Yeah.
Good luck, brother.
I like Jacoby. He's solid.
Hope work out for you, Mac.
Nah, for real. Hope he go to the Saints or something. I want him in a good organization.
Oh, damn, we got an hour 20. All right.
Oh, shit.
That concludes another episode of Three-Way Deal. Three-Way Deal, yeah. I'm your host, Grizzly Gray. He's my co-host.
Your boy Stick.
And Delighted Donald. Catch us here another week, maybe a couple.
Oh, hold up. We got one more, bro. One more. Man, Eric, I'm gonna go for Don for this one. Should the Panthers go get Wentz?
No.
Oh, I forgot that. Why not?
I get it. He'll add a dynamic and everything. I get it. But first of all, he's expensive. Second of all, he's expensive with an injury history. The turnovers, I don't really care about because we can block for Wentz.
Yeah.
I can take it.
But see, you said the injury thing. Matt Stafford back broke, nigga. So y'all was finna trade for Stafford?
Yeah. Again, he cheap though. He cheap. Wentz is not cheap.
Yeah, that nigga's not. That's a contract right there, son.
That's your franchise QB.
Now, if you was telling me if Wentz demanded a trade 2 years ago, oh shit, do it immediately, right? Immediately, nigga. You better send them the 8th pick, the pick next year, and the 2nd round, and you get Wentz. I think if you think you can fix Wentz, you go get him.
I'm not paying that price though. So
I feel you.
I don't know who can fix Wentz here.
I'm already paying a running back damn near $100 million. So
yeah, that's true. Shit, forgot about the fight, man. All right,
Great
fellas.
job with that one.
Everybody, love y'all. Y'all be safe. Catch y'all next week, but.
Toot toot.